today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 822. You get the NASDAQ off 78. Now, NASDAQ off 189. S&P's off 79. Gold contract up $28, trading $17.49 an ounce. Silver up 46 cents, $18.26 an ounce. Light sweet crude down $2.97, $36.64 a barrel. Notes and bonds. We have the 10-year right now up 14 ticks, 138.30. The 30-year up a full 2 points at 177.29. And both notes and bonds, folks, you had them break a consolidation last week. They went downtown, higher rates. You jumped right back into the higher range. Let me tell you something, folks. A false break downtown or uptown is one of the most bullish things. Well, in this particular case, it would be really bullish for bonds because the reality is that it broke downtown, rates went up, flipped right back inside it. Bottom line, you're going to get higher price, lower rates. King dollar is still having a hard time holding price at all. We're up 169 right now. You're at 96, 121. King dollar is slamming into the March lows. We'll see whether it's going to break it. It almost looks like you break that 94 in King dollar. We're at 96 right now. 88 is on the agenda. Euro's at 113. Yen is out here at 106.70. The British pound is at 126 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good morning. Quite the red day, man. I opened up, I did, I know we're going to talk to our man Kevin Hinks in a moment. I opened my Thinkorswim platform this morning. Right when I jumped open, I saw futures down almost 3%, and I said, oh, it's one of those days again. We haven't had one of those days in a while, man. Those days are back. All right, we'll see what happens. But it was interesting, in terms of we haven't, and we'll see what happens. But big-time mega of action right now.
No doubt. Let's go to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, you want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, outstanding program, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't test-driven yet, the Thinkorswim platform, so easy to do. You're sitting on the website, hit the banner, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money each and every day. The platform itself has some outstanding tools that will help you navigate these markets. And, of course, when we're talking about markets, that we haven't seen something like this in a long time, folks. What I mean specifically is that when you have large-cap stocks that can go up 20% and down 20% in 5 trading days, they're trading like penny stocks. And, of course, we know that they are not penny stocks.
No.
Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. I can't help but look at, like Tommy said, my Thinkorswim platform, and I'm looking at Monday's close, 32.33 on the S&P 500.
Yes.
And 3,100 is about 4.1% lower in really 2 days and a morning that we've sold off. So this is pretty healthy. Oliver Riddick and I were talking this morning on the air, and he was much more excited about this than I am, just because maybe I've seen too many of these. But
yes.
I don't see the catastrophic risk that's in this market right now in terms of, I don't think we're going back to where we were, frankly. I just don't. I just see this as a good, Jerome Powell made some comments yesterday. Maybe he thinks it's going to take a little longer than we thought. Jobless claims came out today, 1.54 million, and I think the market's taking a little breather. And the market, it looks a little soft here, frankly. But I'm not overly panicked, and I love the fact, frankly, if I'm someone investor trying to look to get in this market, I love the fact that the 10-year is back now down below 0.7. That makes me more excited about stocks, not less, guys.
Yes. Well, it's intriguing, Kevin. If we can talk about the VIX a bit, I mean, it's
sure.
It's pretty cool, folks. Okay, that we had the NDX 100, the Nasdaq Composite. I mean, that market there loves to do what it just did, meaning that it powers forward. You think, that you're high, and then it'll just keep powering. But that's the, fundamentally, that's the age that we're in. I mean, the reality is digital companies are, where it's at. You don't want asset-heavy companies, you want digital companies, because assets, of course, whether you're talking to the retailers, you're talking about box stores, that's a whole different ballgame versus the digital companies. What I think is so cool here, man, is that, the VIX picked this up again, man. I mean,
Sure.
we're making all-time highs, right? And, the VIX, bottomed out, as you, Tommy, and I were talking about, it bottomed out like 4 days ago, man. So
Yeah, Friday morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can make a case exactly, Tommy. Last Friday is when the VIX bottomed out around 23.5, and it's slowly climbed since then back up to the 30 level. Almost, now we're looking at a VIX. It touched 32 last night. Now it's just below 31. But you're right. Last Friday, right at the beginning of the day, it hit 23.5, and it's done nothing but creep higher since then, guys.
Yeah. And, what's going to get intriguing here, Kevin, is that because we're, basically not in the middle of the month, but almost, it's like, okay, so what is going to be the catalyst? I think one of the, like when I'm looking at this market today, you have gold up $30, folks. You have silver up 50 cents. That being said, it's always dangerous when you have the S&Ps and the major indices down. You have gold up, but yet the gold equities are not holding price, which they're not doing this morning, folks, okay? So when I've seen that, Kevin and Tom, what does happen is that you get a little larger pullback than you normally get because they take everything. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, man, I don't care how high gold is. Guess what? I'm selling this too. So it's
and
good.
Tom, what gold stocks do you focus on? Now, when I think of gold, I think of like Newmont Mining, and like a gold miner stocks. What stocks is it that you look at?
So it's Newmont, it's Barrick.
Yeah.
Those are the two largest gold companies in the world.
Okay.
Then
Yeah.
what you want to wrap your head around, folks, is Franco-Nevada. So Franco-Nevada, Kevin, as well as Royal Gold, both of those equities are royalty equities. They actually act like banks, okay? And like with Franco-Nevada, that baby hit an all-time high May 18th. They only have 26 employees. So check this out. These companies are like insane. They get 26 employees and they take in $1.1 billion. So they
like that profit sharing.
Yeah, what they do is that they finance mines, and then let's say that you, Tommy, and I own a mine. So we go to them, we say, okay, listen, we get this much ore out of the ground, and they don't finance anything that is exploration. You have to have the flow. Then they'll turn and say, okay, I'm going to give you another $400 million, whatever that is, so you can expand, but I'm going to get 3 to 4% of your gross, period, with zero expenses. So what I've found is that when Franco-Nevada and Royal Gold are actually running, which they've been running now for almost a year and a half, that is very powerful for the actual physical metal. So those are kind of the four ones that are just the monsters. And Franco-Nevada and Royal Gold are always under the radar because we all know that, we get Newmont and Barrick are the largest producers, no doubt, man. Listen, man, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program in 45 minutes, and have a great weekend, Kevin.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 844. The Nasdaq's off 174. S&Ps are off 80. And, Tom, if we take a look at these markets, if you happen to be a candlestick charting follower, folks, what we're going to have out here in all the major indices is a monster island top. So we'll see how this baby shakes out. But you can see I just put the SPY up, and, what an island top is, folks, is bottom line. If you trade at the highs, first you had a gap higher. Then, the more that you stay up there and then gap lower, the stronger that an island top actually is. So you went up here 4 days, you gap lower. Pretty intense, and
it is. And what is that? The first gap? Is that from the 4th to the 5th on the non-farm number?
Yes. Let me just make sure of that. But yes, I believe it is. Yes, 4th to the 5th.
Okay, yeah.
So
that, it's even more remarkable. The market is below where we were at before we found out that it created 2 point whatever million jobs in May as opposed to losing 8 million jobs. And 4 days later, all the headlines I found interesting this morning are market trades lower on concern of second wave of virus. Was there some news story overnight that changed from like yesterday? Wasn't that already a story? Right now it's the Fed, of course. That grim economic outlook that was out at 2:30. That's when things really escalated. But nothing really startling in what he said. It's going to be really tough this year. We're going to get a lot of it maybe back next year, and we're going to be there for a couple of years.
And so what's cool about what Tommy's saying here, folks, and this is what I heard you on your program this morning. The news, in markets in general. Okay, so Tommy's point is that nothing changed overnight. Nothing did change, okay? The bottom line, what changed is the market was teetering, okay?
Yes.
And someone last night decided, not here, in Asia, they started selling in Asia dramatically. Yeah. They sold in Europe, and guess what? The bottom line is that,
It's a great point. I meant to go, not to cut you, I meant to go over the Euro numbers and the Asia numbers, man, because they were all down 3% plus. So there was big time. And I think it was just like you said, it's teetering no matter what when we're positive for the calendar year with everything going on. If you're paying attention, which you kind of have to be in the market because things are driving so quickly with what's going on, things have been spiking in 10, 15, 20 states for a good week or two at least. So that's not it. People are, but I think it was just the forced recognition of a 6.5% potential decline from someone that should be as unbiased as possible, the Fed chairman, right?
Yes.
That's the outlook, 6.5%. And guess what? We're only going to grow at 5% the next year. So you're not even going to get back that 6.5, let alone showing any growth. But, man, it's remarkable when you think about the wording they used of how supportive they plan to be. And then we're still lower than where we were with jobs, millions of jobs created in the month of May.
I would say that one of the best quotes in the Fed is going to be, we're not even thinking of raising rates.
It's an awesome one.
Let me tell you something, man. It's going to be so freaking cool. I mean,
and it's well said, I would say.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, if he was like, you know what, we got 2 million jobs, so we're thinking about raising interest rates. I mean, imagine what the market would do, right?
Oh my God!
Because we're nowhere near the return. I mean, every single type of earnings is coming out that this company lost $2, they were supposed to lose $1. They lost $6, they were supposed to lose $1 in retail.
Sure.
Per share. I'm talking about just huge numbers to the downside.
No doubt. And if we do, look at where we are right now versus where Europe is, folks. Okay, the bottom line. It doesn't look to me that this pain today is over. The S&P's down 2.6%, Dow's down 3%. Well, the CAT's off 3.3%. You got Spain's off 4%. Not the Spain really. But the DAX is off 3%. The CAT's off 3.35%.
Yeah. Yep.
So
FTSE's off 4.1%.
Yeah. There's room for lower prices out here, which would be hard to comprehend when you get the S&Ps that are down $50 right now. I mean, $80.
One of the stories I talked about on the morning show as well, just talking about that next line of fiscal stimulus coming from Congress.
Yes.
And, you're already seeing pushed back to late July. It's early June. That's 6-7 weeks before they begin talks. Maybe that recognition could be hitting the market as well as, they're going to return to Washington July 21st, 10 days before the CARES Act expires. Talk about adding some volatility and uncertainty, because when you're seeing these states spiking and you're not bringing people back fully, I mean, I don't know how that's going to play out. I was mentioning to some of my friends, so the president, he's going to kick things off, I think in like 8 days with a rally in Tulsa, right? June 19th, I believe. They're looking for probably no social distancing and masks not required, because that's not what the president wants the audience to look like. Well, the president is going to want to campaign in the state of Florida, man. And I've talked about, we've showed the spikes that are going on in Florida, and it's tough to pair all of this coming down in the next 5 months, right? Election day is 150 days away. How is that going to play out? How our economy is going to open back up? How are events like that?
They're moving. I mean, the bottom line is that they're moving the Republican convention to Jacksonville.
Yes.
That's going to be a big deal. There's no doubt.
Yes.
And, it is what it is. Mnuchin was out here this morning, folks, on CNBC, saying flat out, hey, listen, even, and they're jumping in front of this. My point is, with Mnuchin being out here, they're jumping in front of the potential surge in cases. Because here's his quote this morning. Let's see. Mnuchin said the U.S. shouldn't shut down the economy even if there's another surge in coronavirus cases. His quote, you create more damage, not just economic damage, medical problems that get put on hold. We can't shut down the economy. That's not going to happen. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and listen, that's okay. My statement was more that you're seeing the president not wanting even social distancing and requiring masks at massive rallies. And as you come into states, Oklahoma, I looked it up, experiencing about 100 cases a day, pretty low totals. But there's only 5 months until Election Day. Florida, one of the biggest states at stake. We live here. And the numbers in Florida, we're dealing with 7,000 or 8,000 cases new in the last week. So I hopefully we see some social distancing, at least some masks, because that seems to be something really working. You don't have to shut down the economy. People should be able to open back up. You got to live. But you got to also recognize when thousands of people, man, to hold those big events, how is that going to play out? We're going to see it, man. We're going to see it. It's coming in the next month or two. We're right here for Election Day.
We're here. Let's go take a look at the Dow Industrials. And as I was talking with Tommy and Kevin, folks, okay, this is pretty intense, meaning that you can have large cap stocks that go down and up $50 or $60 in 3 days. So look at Boeing. Okay, so Boeing right now is down $17.99. And this is actually just so phenomenal.
Easy airline.
Three days ago, you traded at $234. 3 days ago.
Yeah.
We're at 185.
Yeah, it's more than 20% shaved off your investment there, man. If you're on margin, watch out.
Oof, heavy. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now down 894. NASDAQ off 180. S&P's off 83. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 906, Nasdaq's off 187, S&Ps are off 84. Natural gas, folks. Let's see what we got here, Tom. I know I meant to bring this up earlier, but let's see what numbers came out here. So stockpiles rose 93 BCF. Let's see what they were looking. Oh, so the median estimate was 94.
Nice. So I have the contract up here. We're looking at July natural gas. A little bit of a drop. We just dropped from above 181 to 180. On the Nadex platform, the bid offer spread is just ridiculous. So you can't even trade those. Crude oil actually trades, but that's why we don't really take a look. But nonetheless, natural gas 180 and change right now.
Yeah. And you know, folks, if you yesterday the Wall Street Journal had quite an article, and what it was about. We've been talking about these Robinhood traders. It was about Robinhood traders in general, and actually new people in the marketplace. Now, inside this article, this is my point is this is the type of stuff that you do see at highs, and I actually haven't seen this since going back to 1999. And one of the parts. So check this out, Tom. This is like crazy. Yes. When we talk about Hertz, right? They were interviewing traders that actually had bought Hertz, okay?
Okay.
And one trader, so check this out, folks. One trader that has never been in the marketplace took all his savings, $53,000.
Oh, boy.
Okay? And bought Hertz. He bought Hertz the day that Kyle Icahn sold Hertz, okay? So Kyle Icahn, folks, was the biggest owner of Hertz. He sold Hertz at 73 cents.
Yes.
This guy bought Hertz, and in one day, he doubled his money, okay? So check this out. This is what the story's about.
Okay.
He doubled his money, and it took his money. That's that story. Took his money, then decided to go back in again. He put 16 more thousand in it. Okay, so that's one story in it. You got to get this article, folks, because it's really cool. The other part of this story I thought was the most extraordinary part. The guy and this guy's from Boston, Tom, the guy that started Barstool Sports.
I knew you were going to go to this. Dave Portnoy, yes.
Okay. When you read his quotes, folks, okay, it is the most extraordinary thing. It's almost like I thought he was kidding, but guess what? He's not kidding. He was talking about he decided to put $1.5 million in the marketplace or something, and his quotes are just the most extraordinary thing in the world. He says, "Oh, this is like, why didn't I get in this game before? That stocks never go down. They never can go down. That you just buy every single dip there is." Okay.
Yeah.
When you read these quotes, this is like I was looking at that. I'm saying to myself,
he's one of the best at self-promotion. I actually saw the exact video. So all the quotes come from a video he was putting out there on Instagram, a couple videos saying, suckers sell, losers let their profits run, almost trolling to a provocateur, right? I mean, so Barstool got purchased by Penn Gaming.
Yes.
You want to talk about some volatility. I think it was for $500 million that they got purchased, and you just went Penn Gaming bottomed at 3, and you're back to 40, sitting at 29.89. So their sports online social media presence. I follow them, some cool deals, but they also just have huge gambling following, so it makes sense, right? All the sports were shut down. So the guy himself is worth I think he owned half. So they sold it. He sold a 50+ interest to a company like 5 years ago.
Okay.
He got like $7 million, plus he kept 40, 50, 40, less than 50% controlling stake. They sell it for $500 million to Penn Gaming.
Wow.
So he cashes in for 200 something plus, and he's still, obviously heavily employed and what comes with there. So playing with $1 million in the market
is
when
nothing.
You're basically a gambling
That'd be like
company.
a quarter for me and you, right?
That's what I'm saying. So it's a promotional aspect of bringing in gamblers. They already have gamblers. They love action.
Yeah.
He's betting on the market. He was comparing himself to Warren Buffett and the whole deal. It was a headline maker. But like you said, and I was already chatting with my friends in our group chat about this specifically this morning, and one of them said, I wonder how many shares he had of the airlines that he was left holding. And, I had said if he was really the trader he claimed to be, man, you come out like one of the banks and say, Apple's going to the moon, it's because you're selling to everybody who's buying. And if he comes out and says all airlines do is go up 20% every day, you should probably be selling to everybody else that's buying as, they tank in the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
so.
And when I was reading that, too, I was thinking that, okay, is the $1.5 million that he put in there, is that just a promotional budget, to bottom and get followers, right? I mean,
No matter what, man, even, when he owns 50% of the company and realistically he's going to keep the profits and he's going to benefit for the exposure, what's really the harm of sitting in there and trading a few million shares as he's, I believe, on top of that, he's somewhere, I think, in Fort Lauderdale on vacation, sitting at a pool house, man, during quarantine. So you got to love the online world, though. That's where it is, man. They run an online site, online content, and there's no difference sitting in a house in Fort Lauderdale versus sitting in their New York City office.
No doubt. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here today, and you got all the dogs up the top again. Yep. You got American down 174, Norwegian Cruise off 250, Ford down 50, GE down 48, Delta down 257. Boeing's the big one, man. That's $17. That's getting
it
slammed.
Really is. All of them, man. United, Carnival, Boeing, Delta, Norwegian, American.
Yeah. But one after the other, and if we go take a look at United, and the acceleration up was just amazing, folks, okay? But guess what? The bottom line is that United was at $48 3 days ago. Actually, 3 days ago, and we're at 35. And you're not only at 35, though, but once you get back, well, we'll see if it gets back inside 34. You get back inside 34, man, it puts game on again to $18. It's like, I've never actually quite seen on a two-way market that large caps actually have gone up 20% and down 20% within 5 days.
Hey, how about AMC? You're dealing with low digits. We talked about it a lot. Opened at 740 yesterday, finished under 640. Now it's at 540. You're down really 30% just from the open yesterday. Somebody still needs to tell me how that stock climbed back above where it was before COVID.
Great point.
But some of my favorite I like talking about, though, man, that are longer term, really getting hit when these things trade back. Look at Disney trading down from 124 yesterday to 116. You're down 4.4%, and the Uber acceleration down 6% with Grubhub going with the European company as opposed to any type of a deal with Uber.
Yeah, that's going to be a big deal, man. So it looks like Uber, we'll get a little competition here, man.
The way I see it fundamentally, and I'm a believer in Uber. I got it on my phone. I use it all the time for travel or for food. Is that their business plan is so easy because they already have drivers everywhere.
Right.
So I don't, when you're a Grubhub, you have to actually think about logistic coverage of areas, and Uber doesn't even have to almost consider that. That advantage alone is something that I struggle to see how you compete with a company that has drivers everywhere you need them, and all they're doing is just using that type of process to, when they're not being used to run rides, or if they don't want to, they transition them to that.
And they're drivers that are not employees.
Yeah,
How
I know.
cool is
Well,
that?
California disagrees with that, I think, yesterday, but that'll be debated as we go for who knows long. Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow down 860, NASDAQ off 153, S&P's off 79. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 878. You get the Nasdaq off 156. S&Ps are off 79. Bottom line is that we're kicking into the middle of June, so this is going to get kind of intriguing here as what can move this market, folks. Particularly after, it looks to me, and this is how a blow-off top works. We were talking about this last couple of days. So the way a blow-off top works, technically, is that you get a monster expansion of volume, which we got. If I get the NASDAQ up here, you're going to see it. Normally the NASDAQ's doing 4 billion, 4.6, 3.8, 3.9. Then all of a sudden, we jump up on the 4th, 6 billion. 5th, 6.5 billion. 8th, 6.1. Then, bottom line, you do what this market has just done, meaning that you gap lower. Now, the question is going to be, as you gap lower, do you get an expansion of volume? And if you get an expansion of volume, the bottom line is that your probability is a lot higher that you just had a blow-off top. And what a blow-off top is, fundamentally, is that, let's say that we're all in the marketplace. Okay, so we're in the marketplace. We get really itchy and like, oh, I got to buy. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to buy. So everyone's buying at the same time. And this is where the collective of the market is like a mind blower, okay? But it's all of us together. So it's a collective deal. You buy, and then all of a sudden it's like, who are you going to sell to? That's kind of how these shake out. And they're very unusual, folks. In 30 years, I've seen maybe 2 of them. You know what I mean? They're very, they just normally aren't out here. But we'll see, if in fact that's what we have. If that's what you have, then you would get a healthy pullback, man. That's how this baby shakes out. So, it's going to be dangerous. To me, it's dangerous right now, kind of where we are in the marketplace, meaning that this has happened before July. Some of the biggest pullbacks that I have seen are either in like April or basically this June, July level. That's kind of how this shakes out. It depends on how much momentum the market can get going south. And, today's going to be a big test because every single time that we've been coming down, this market has not come down more than 3 days. Let me put this up. I think it's only 3 days, Tom, that, because Goes down, shakes it off, goes down. Yeah,
Sure.
so if we go back to the bottom, folks, look at this. March 31st, well, we hit the lows on March 23rd. On the 31st, you go down for 1 day and you go sideways. Then we go up from April 1st, really, to April 17th. You go down 1 day. You go back up again. You go sideways. You go down 2 days. And that was it. The last time that we went down, folks, was April 14th.
Yeah,
that's
May 14th.
Thank you, May 14th. So
yeah,
that's pretty intense.
A month ago.
Yeah.
That's why that run, I mean, pulling it up, I mean, Kevin Hinks, right, he was talking about, it feels like it could just be a pullback. It doesn't mean the market's going back to lows. I mean, when you put this on the most recent acceleration from that May 14th low in the Dow, you traded up almost 5,000 points. Yes. Even a 382 retracement just from May 14th is still 250 points below where we're at, 25,756. Now, you want to look at something really remarkable. You go to the whole run that we've had from the lows in March. I mean, it's negligible, man, what we have. If you ever pull back to a 382, you're talking about 2,000 points below where we're at right now in the Dow. The 382 from the run of 18,000 to almost 28,000. That's quite a pullback if you get that type of action, right?
And it's important to understand, if you are a bull, that's a normal pullback. This is not
exactly.
This is where you got to separate the issue of price structure versus percentage. And
you can't go up 10,000 points, man, and not expect to oscillate a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
I mean, you're dealing with just staggering numbers that are almost surreal. 10,000 points in the Dow. You're talking about more than 1,000 points in the S&Ps, man. So.
Well, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. Apple, this has been an extraordinary run, and Apple's holding tight, man. Apple's only down $3, man. Apple still wants, Apple's going to stay up there, man. And if Apple wasn't staying up there, folks, we'd see the S&P a lot heavier.
And how about Amazon's actually positive, man? Amazon, quite a reversal. We're at 2659. You were actually trading under 2600 early in the day. Positive territory for Amazon as well. Netflix, I think, is trading higher as well. Yeah, up 2.3. Check out Netflix charging higher on the open this morning to the tune of almost $20 from where it was early. Look at that bar.
And what you do have here, there's no doubt, is that these digital stocks are strong. I suspect they're going to continue to be strong. We saw it on the first get-go on the way down, that the NDX 100 came down heavy, but yet it was down tremendously lighter than the S&P of the Dow Industrials or the small caps. The small caps really got some big trouble.
That's Walmart's positive, right? Think about this. You got Walmart positive, you have Amazon positive, and so you look at the Russell, man. Russell's down 64 points, 4.4%. We're talking about.
Now when we bring this chart up for the Russell, folks, this is going to be a classic technically. The high in the Russell was August of 2018. So the first high came in at 173.39 on the IWM. The next one come in at 170. And, so the first one was July of 2018. The second high was January of 2020. And it's going to be intriguing if this is the third high. The third high would be 153. Right now you're at 139, So we'll see how this whole baby does shake out. I'm sure that, as we had been talking about, whether it's the Robinhood traders, whether it's new traders coming in, there's going to be a lot of people that are in shock out here today. There's no doubt.
And how about the first pretty dramatic pullback in crude from even 6 a.m.? It caught me off guard because I was already looking at the market by 6, by 5:36 in the morning. I had pulled open my Thinkorswim app on my phone even, and you're at 30 hours. Oil holding up, man, and then boom, 6:30, you go from 38.38 to 36.16 after the market opened.
And what we have there, folks, it was trading into this gap from the 9th of March, between the 6th and 9th of March, and bottom line, they couldn't handle that gap. And a gap, bottom line, folks, is the same thing as a swing point. Okay, they act as support and resistance. In this particular case, we're going up. That is basically resistance right there. So
yeah.
And King Dollar, still has trouble. King Dollar is up 185. You're at 96, 142. That baby looks to me like it's going to go after that 95, 94. And if we break that, that's when you're going to see some heavy deals, because that can get down to the 88 level. And
this market's accelerating, man. We got the Dow negative 970 right now.
It wants 1,000. Why not, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, why not? Exactly.
And, we just brought the S&P futures up, and let me see if it's going to be an ABC down. This is going to be interesting. Let me see. Okay, so that was the bar. First bar is at 8:30. Well, guess what? I can make the case. Oh, wait till you see this. Oh, this is heavy. Okay, so 31.45.
Okay.
3,098. So, 47 points, right?
Yep.
So, take 47 off 31.18.
Yeah, you're talking about 30.75.
Okay, so the 30.75 is your price projection.
A little bit.
It's an ABC structure on the way down, intraday, folks. 75 is not that far. It's only 15 points from where we are. 17 points, right?
Yeah, because we just dropped pretty quickly from where we were at the open.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow down 970, Nasdaq off 195, S&P's off 91. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
you see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us, and Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 976. Nasdaq's off 201. S&Ps are off 92. And one of the tigers in the den, folks, are telling us that the Robinhood platform is down. Now, this gets really serious. They've had troubles with that platform in general. But could you imagine being in an equity? You're trying to get out of an equity. Everyone's jumping on at the same time. Bottom line is you're trapped like rats. So your mic's not on, Tom.
Oh, maybe he'll turn me up. It's on my end, no?
Okay. There you go. I got you.
Okay. The first few days, the market fell apart. Robinhood was down for potentially a day or two. One of the days it rebounded. Some of the most volatile days early on. I forget when they were. You can probably find it just by Googling Robinhood outage, the dates of it. Okay. But they were some of the biggest days out there as the market really, really accelerated to the tune we hadn't seen in 10 years maybe, right? Robinhood couldn't handle it completely, being down for a full day. That's almost incomprehensible. If you had asked me if a major brokerage could be down for an entire day, I would say, I think they have, things in place to make sure that, whether it's an hour, a couple hours, that they wouldn't lock their investors out. So it's happened before. That's a bummer if it's happening again.
Oh, listen, man, there should be some heavy fines, man. I mean,
yes.
So picture, folks, if you've ever got trapped in something like that, it's insane. Okay.
Oh, it's not, and, let alone the opportunity cost, which is not right, too,
Listen, if you're long this market, and, the bottom line is 90% of the Robinhood, 90% of people are long. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, man, you're long.
Even thinking about, the types of, right. Or you can't get in. Like right now, the S&Ps are down. The S&Ps down 100 points. What if I want to buy? What if I'm waiting for this opportunity for the S&Ps to pull back 100 points, and I can't?
Stay right there, folks. Think or Swim coming up next. Then I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave. Wait, I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.